It was Morpheus. Morpheus, thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty groovy.
You always like the outfit.
It's which?
I always like the outfit.
Oh, yeah. I use the outfit because people think I'm a fool, which I am. But it's like, okay, I look like a fool, but let's address the argument.
Why do you think you're a fool?
Oh, because I very often I'll do silly things to mock my opponent if they're being ridiculous.
No, but why would they have the assumption that you're a fool?
Oh, because I wear rainbow suspenders and I wear a silly hat. And so
I thought because you were an atheist, that was the reason why you think.
Well, some people think that too, yes.
Well, hey, I commend you for thinking upon yourself instead of being a blind sheep and following the pack.
I used to follow the pack. It was very easy. Then I got a couple questions from my son, and within 3 days I was an atheist.
Is that the reason why you became an atheist? Because of those questions? Or
Yes. Yeah, I had the unfortunate history with him of not having lied to him. So when he truly asked me some questions about God, like, you know, I believed in it, knew it my whole life. When he was truly asking me, I went to answer him. And the very first question he went to answer, I wasn't able to get an answer out of my mouth because anything else I had told him up until then, I could have taken him and rubbed his nose in it. Why would you lie to your kid, right? So everything I would tell him, like this is, you know, the knowledge that I know. But he was seriously asking questions about God, and I went to answer like I would answer any other question in the world, and I instantly realized, wait a second, I can't answer this one like I answered the other questions. And I thought about it for 3 days, and I started examining stuff. He asked me a couple more questions. I went and thought about it, and I'm like, I'm an atheist. Yeah. It was interesting.
Until you find the truth, right? Until you find the real truth.
I'm actually.
A Christian can't explain the real truth. I mean, there's so many contradictions, and that's why I left Christianity myself.
That whole concept of real truth, it's like, why would you claim something as real truth when we have a history of showing our definition of truth or facts keeps expanding, we keep learning more, and so we can give certain amount of confidence to any proposition. You know, like what's the truth about before the Big Bang? Who knows? Who knows? But what we do know is we know from a certain point on.
I am a Muslim now.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, golly. You're generally. I feel sad for you guys. You used to be all that in a bag of chips. You used to be the baddest ass sciencey people on the planet with the most demonstrable critical thinking, rivaling Greeks.
Most of the things that we use now come from the Arabs.
Yeah, but the thing is, since you went through going fundamental, you lost all of it. I look at, for example, out of the gods of Abraham. Okay, there's 3 years that follow.
You can't judge the religion on the people, though. You know that, right?
Just going. Well, yes, I can.
No.
Why can't
because
I?
If I do, as a Muslim, if I do something stupid, it doesn't mean all Muslims are doing that stuff.
But if I watch a bunch of you do something stupid, I have to go, what are you thinking that causes you to act like that?
Yeah, but how many of that bunch and the percentage of those people compared to all of the people?
Correct. So what I see is you guys used to be all that in a bag of chip, mad respect coming from somebody who shakes beakers, okay? Since that time, out of the group, you're in a club with the God of Abraham, right? Okay, so you got your Jews, you got your Christians, and your Muslims.
So it turns out my wife's right.
So we have those 3 gods of Abraham. Out of those 3, how many Nobel Prizes you got, brah? You used to be all that in a bag of chip. What you bring into the table now? In the lab. Pretty much butt kiss. Who's got it going on the most out of those 3 groups? The Jews. The Jews believe their Bible less than any of those 3 groups. I know atheist rabbis. Almost every Jew I know is a community Jew. I love community Muslims, but when some of you actually believe that stuff, that's when you leave Nobel Prize territory. And I miss you because you guys used to be all that in a bag of chip. I'm thinking about what could you have done in contributing to the progress of our species had you not made a left turn and went back in the cave.
What was that left turn?
Going fundamental.
Like what?
saying that this one book matters more than science, starting to defend the indefensible, which you never would have done before that. You guys were the place we went to learn how to think.
Specifically what?
Okay, mostly is that I've talked to believe the book, believe in that God created the earth.
Yeah,
Okay.
we believe in...
Right there,
person
you
believes in
leave.
created
Right there,
everything.
you leave the adult table of thinking.
Well, what is your description? How did it happen in your aspect of it? Your
This
belief?
this planet, okay, this planet came together out of the accretion disk around that,
Around what?
the sun. It's
Well,
a gravity
how
thing.
How did the sun happen?
That one there, okay, was again gravity pulling together gas until it got to a
Where
point.
did the gravity and the gas come from?
The gas,
I just-
gas.
let's
Well,
fast
which?
forward it.
I'm
What
sorry.
first?
Wait, stop. If you're asking
What was
questions,
first?
sometimes I do slow down because very often I'm very
No,
stoned
no.
when I'm here. I smoke a lot of pot,
That's
so I
good.
slow down to
but
answer a question
you're gonna
straightforward.
Answer me with something else. I just want to.
The gas came from,
What's the first thing? What started everything?
as far as we can tell, our math takes us back to a period of rapid expansion. Before that, we really don't know.
So how can you say a Muslim left the table with that type of thinking? Because that is not concrete.
Because you went to an answer for which, I don't know if this is your position. Is your position that God created the universe? Okay. We're in the lab. What do you got as a man? As a man in the lab, what do you got?
Have you ever looked at the Quran?
Because here's what I know about, yes, I've looked at the Quran. I've read the Bible 4 times. I've read the Quran once. What's the point? I've read the Torah too. I've read the Bhagavad Gita. There's a number of things I read. I bet you I read more than you do. I read at about 1,100 words a minute, actually. I really am a nerd. Excuse me?
So yeah, you do.
Yes. Then I can actually teach you how to do it too if you would like. If you would like to bring good apologetics, you should read more because most of the Muslim apologetics I see is about 300-400 years behind even the Christians, and their stuff's lame. So
I like that.
you have a concept. Do you have anybody in your family that's laced up for anybody in military service?
I was in the military 12 years.
Awesome. Who did you serve with? For here?
Yeah, this was my last duty
Thank you
station in
for
San
your
Diego.
service. Total mad respect. Thank you for that. I come from a family with a lot of people laced up. So you know about the brotherhood in there and having everybody's back. Among men, all right, when we take one of the people in the troop and we go, there's something going on down by the bridge there. One of us is going to scout. We're going to look down in the canyon. We're going to say, I got a tank, I got a rocket launcher, I got this, that. And you're going to come back to the other men. And when you say in front of other men, I know something, we expect you to be honest. We expect you to report. As in, am I lying? In any troop, in any group, we expect you to do that. When you come back in public and make a claim in reality as a man to another man saying God created this and you can't back your play, you're as useless at the adult tables of conversation as somebody who would come back and say, I saw pink unicorns or whatever. That person who comes back to the troop at that point, the rest of us who love him and have his back and we're going to bring his body back, we're going to knock him out for his own safety and to not damage the troop. I've had to knock people out on sailboats because they were going crazy.
Psychic ward. We send them to medical.
Yes. But so we're going to protect him and we're also going to protect the troop. I can show back to the math of the expansion how we have what we have here. Your claim of something back beyond that.
No, you can't. You can only go back to, and you can get back to a certain point, but
Correct.
you don't have an explanation about that point.
So, what
We do.
You have an explanation, but you can't demonstrate it.
In our book, talks
your
about
book,
things.
your one book that you gave up all the science books for. Go ahead, keep talking.
We have more than one.
Okay. You give more weight to that one book of the Quran than your tribe used to bring knowledge to the world. I honestly do miss you for that.
What do you mean? It all started off from the Quran.
No.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. When you went fundamental, you used There was. I'll give you some.
Islam came from the Quran. Islam.
You see me again.
You coming back?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, bring pizza and beer.
All right.
And bring a bunch of ones. I'll take your money $1 at a time. $1 at a time.